Episode 8 sees us installing the cylinder head back onto the block. First we knock some new core plugs into the head, then we clean the block face and ready it for the cylinder head. I hope you're liking the series so far. Enjoy.
What's that?
Just gasket goo. Aviation gasket. Aviation former gasket.
Do you know how like different cam sizes will have like different lift sizes?
Well,
How do you measure it?
well, you can measure it by,
Is it this distance here from like?
so, like a camshaft grinding place, a place that specialises in grinding camshafts, you put it on a machine and they can work out how much lift it's got. What the duration is the amount of from the time that it opens to the time it closes. That's your duration. And then the amount of lift is how far open it opens the valves. But you know, the old adage is, the old cars non-turboed, the thing was to try and maximise power. So say for instance, say you're drag racing a car, you want to sort of get the most power out of it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to try and sort of have the valves open for the biggest amount of time to get the have the inlet open to get the fuel air in, and then shut it to sort of maximise your bang for buck. Well, you know, and that comes at a cost, because somewhere in the rev range it can be running pissy because it's got too much what they call overlap, and
Is overlap where both?
where one's not quite shut and the other one's open. But then, you know, that changes a bit when it gets up in the rev range. It sort of can maximise power. So here's the problem: is well, here's with the turbo. So with the turbo, you're not relying on your camshaft so much to try and get the amount of air in. The turbo's pumping it in. So, you know, people that say, oh, you need a special cam for a turbo, well, not too much.
Yeah.
Not too much, because the turbo's pumping it in. So, you know, where you can maybe, say for argument's sake, you're running a car at 15 pound boost, and you want a bit more power out of it. Well, instead of changing the camshafts to some special turbo grind, wind your boost up a bit more.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. You know, I mean, if you're going all out for
Every
every drop,
Yeah.
you could get a camshaft round that could be ideally suited. But you know, they never go big cams too much in the turbo, because it's what the turbo's doing, pumping the air in. With this, you could cut an edge on there, you could cut a groove in there if you're not careful, and worse with aluminium. Tops of these pistons are pretty clean. That stuff on top is as loose as any. There's just a tiny bit there that you can just push with your finger. We'll just leave it.
That will burn off, eh?
Yeah. Some people have said, I don't take the carbon off because take the carbon off and it'll start burning oil. Well, I don't know what they're talking about, because carbon on top of the piston has nothing to do with oil control. You could have no carbon or a massive carbon and it's not going to control the oil. Your rings, your oil ring controls the oil consumption, whether it's good or bad. I've done cylinder heads where I was working at a tyre shop once and I did the boss's V8 Holden Ute, and the pistons were a flat top and I took all the carbon off. He says, "Oh, don't take the carbon off, it'll start burning oil."
Shut up.
Yeah.
Do it yourself then.
Yeah, it's just these ideas that people that don't know think is. See how much shit you picked up off there? Yep. So we've got a clean surface. We're certain that all the old gaskets off. The dowels are in. Going to do the same with the head. I think it will go straight on, but I'm not certain. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave these out.
The head on, and then
Put the head on, then we'll screw these on.
get the blankie.
The only problem with this is if your surfaces aren't, if all your surfaces aren't completely perfect, steel head gaskets can have a problem sealing if the surfaces aren't perfect. So as the thing says, it's pre-coated.
What's pre-coated this?
This,
Yeah. With what?
don't know. Nice to drop it straight down instead of having to
Wiggle it around.
to risk having it slide. That's it. It's all a bit of pain in the ass, but what we want to do is get it onto those two studs. We don't want to, we just want to gently gently does it. Yep. If we had all the studs in, it would have been too hard. Now we'll just give them a slight oil. There's a special sealant for the top, but we don't. We just want the just a very light oiling on the bottom ones. So we're just putting a smear. Look, this is not the correct one for the ARP rod bolts, and the correct one is supposed to be used so that when the nut is putting tension on it, their special stuff reduces friction to get it to the correct tension. But all we're doing is just lubricating the other end just so that it's not dry, and this so it'll be. We don't have to have the special stuff on the other end because it's not moving. Right, it says just tighten them by hand, so finger tight. So we'll just back them off, just a whisker. These are the quality studs that all the drag racing boys use. These are the top of the wazzer.
That's me, Dad. Drag racer.
Drag racer. You're just a homeboy, remember?
Good to see the cylinder head back on.
Yep. It's been a while. Just back up so I can just block on the light. Now you can do this if you like. So you just want to give it a little bit, give it a bit of a smear. Not much. It's about as much as you need. And then this is probably the easiest way to get them on. Yeah.
Okay.
Just do each one. So again, you just got to have enough left to do. So you just want to, yeah. Yeah. Just got to put a little bit in the nut. I'll take one of the nuts so I can find a socket. Yeah. Actually, I'll put two on there, I only need one. I'll get him on. Alright, start off at the centre ones. We do that one, that one, that one, that one. You with me? Seeing the pattern? Yeah. We can do the two of them. Won't hurt. Alright, so we have 30, we'll go up to 55.
How much?
55. See, we do a nice even pressure, we don't jerk at it, just nice and steady. Give yourself enough swing so that you should be able to do it
In one sweep.
Yeah, it's nice and smooth. Which I didn't do there.
What's that?
80. You want to finish off?
Is it hard?
No. Right, come around here so you can pull towards yourself. So just do it smooth. Okay, that's all you need to do. Go to this one. Yeah, that one. Go to that one while you're up there. To this one on the fingers. Either one, do both of them. Yeah.
And this one?
Yeah. Two M1s. Nice and steady. Hey,
Is that alright?
go on, yeah. Now start from the centre and just check them again. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're only checking them, they're not going to come down. With a stud, or yeah, with a or rather with a bolt. When you tension the bolt down, there's when you get down to tension, there's a tension on the thread, yeah. So it's like sort of a spring-loaded effect, if you like.
Yeah.
But not at the top. But with a stud that screws in top and bottom, it's like a spring-loaded effect, top and bottom. So there's a lot more clamping pressure with a stud than a bolt. Well, a lot of the old cars used to have studs. The only problem with the old studs was if water leaked through the head gasket, the cylinder head could jam with the corrosion on the studs. So they were just a shit to get off. And Jaguars were notorious for. So the old Jaguar 6 cylinders, they used to have this big press thing made up where they had to put it on top of the cylinder head and put pressure on it to try and pull it off the studs where they'd corroded. They were just a disaster.
Was it mainly Jaguars that were known for that?
Well, no, but they were just a problem getting the heads off. There were a lot of other cars that had studs that did have the same problem.
The excitement and anticipation is building. I just can't wait to get to all the turbo stuff. Not a lot of build videos left to do. Stay tuned to see the end of this 3 months build. Please like, comment, and subscribe.